So good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's class. For those of you who are new to the class, the structure of the class, we will do an opening Shavasana for 5 minutes. We will do a warm-up, then we'll do the sun salutations, then some standing asanas. Moving into the seated asanas, the focus today will be on core, and then after that, we will do the closing Shavasana to finish. So if you'd like to get started by lying back onto your mats, drawing your feet out to the edge of your mat, gently lie back, drawing your arms away from your body, with your palms facing upwards. Gently bring your eyes to close. As you arrive on your mat for your practice this evening, switching off from all your worries and stress. Deeply inhaling from the bottom of your belly, filling your chest. Exhale, relaxing your chest, relaxing your belly, completely emptying your lungs. Inhaling deeply, filling your belly as your breath rises into your chest. Exhale, relax your chest, relax your belly. Continue to add length and control to your breathing. Focusing your mind on your breath as we move into silence for the next 2 minutes. Gently bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, moving your hands and feet. Gently move your head from side to side, waking up your neck. Resting your head back at center. Keeping your legs extended. Join your heels on your mat and point your toes as you reach your arms over your head. Getting a full body stretch. And exhale, release. Gently bend your knees and roll over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. Gently making your way to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. Keeping your eyes closed and drawing your hands together at heart center. Taking a moment to thank yourself for arriving on your mat this evening. You might want to take a moment to dedicate your practice to someone. With this person in mind, bow your head towards your hands, open your eyes. Namaste. To begin today's class, we'll move into some side bending. So placing your right hand flat on your mat beside your right hip. Inhale, raise your left arm over your head. And exhale, fold out to the right. Keep your left sitting bone rooted on your mat as you reach out through your left fingertips. And inhale, gently come up, placing your left hand on your mat. Inhale, raise your right arm over your head. And exhale, fold out to the left. Keeping your right sitting bone rooted on your mat. And inhale, gently come up, placing your right hand back down. We'll repeat that again on the other side. So inhale, raise your left arm over your head. Exhale, folding out to the right. Feeling a nice stretch along your side body. Inhale, gently come up, repeating on the other side by raising your right arm over your head. Exhale, fold out to the left. Breathing into your side body. And inhale, gently come up, dropping your right hand back down. We'll move into some spinal twists. So placing your right hand behind your back, place your left arm across your right knee. On an inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, twist out to the right. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist. Connecting to your breath. Gently coming back round to center. This time, placing your left hand behind your back, placing your right arm across your left knee. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, twist out to the left. On your inhales, extend. On your exhales, twist. Feeling a nice twist to your spine. And gently make your way back to center. We'll now warm up the shoulders. So place the palms of your hands on the tops of your shoulders and make forward circular motions with your elbows, gradually making the circles wider. And the other direction, gradually making the circles wider. And exhale, release. From here, moving into tabletop position. So you can sweep your legs behind you, placing the palms of your hands at the front of your mat. Your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are in line. Your knees are tracking under your hips. We'll move into a cat-cow. So on an inhale, lifting your spine as you drop your tailbone and draw your chin towards your chest. Exhale, dropping your belly button as you lift your tailbone and open your chest. Inhale, spine up, rolling vertebrae by vertebrae as you drop your tailbone and draw your chin towards your chest. Imagining you're pushing the floor away from you. Exhale, dropping your belly button as you lift your tailbone and open your chest. And gently making your way back to a neutral spine. We'll now gently warm up the core by tucking your toes. And from here, gently lift both your knees a couple of inches off your mat. Feel your core engaged. And exhale, release, dropping your knees back down. We'll repeat that one more time. So gently lifting both your knees off your mat. Connecting to your breath. And exhale, release, dropping your knees back down. And you can untuck your toes. We'll now gently warm up our hips. So starting with the right hip, gently lift your right knee off your mat and make circular motions with your knee, gradually making the circles wider. And the other direction, feeling a nice opening in the hips. And exhale, release, dropping your knee back down. Repeating that on the left side by gently lifting your left knee off your mat and make circular motions with your knee, gradually making the circles wider. And the other direction, working into the hips. And exhale, release, dropping your knee back down. And from here, moving into extended child's pose by joining your big toes on your mat, shifting your knees out to the edge of your mat and sitting your bum towards your heels as you melt your chest and forehead towards your mat. Connecting to your breath here. Deeply inhaling Controlling your exhales. Gently making your way back up to tabletop. And from tabletop, tuck your toes and gently keeping your knees bent, send your hips towards the sky, coming into downward facing dog. This is the first downward facing dog of class. Gently pedal your feet to stretch your calves and your hamstrings. Connecting to your breath. Gently making baby steps. Mindfully walk your feet towards your hands at the front of your mat. And keeping a slight bend in your knees. Fold your upper body over your knees. Allowing your belly to rest on your thighs. Grabbing opposite elbows with your hands. Allowing your head and elbows to become heavy. You can nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Gently make your way to a standing position at the front of your mat. As we prepare for the sun salutations. So preparing in mountain pose, your feet are together, standing tall with energy through the crown of your head. Connect to your breath. Inhale, raise your arms, reaching out through your fingertips. Exhale, hinging from your hips as you fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back into plank pose. Lower your knees to your mat and keeping your hips in the air, bend your elbows to lower your chest and chin towards your mat. Inhale, slide your chest forward and open your chest, keeping your elbows bent and tight to your body. Low cobra. Exhale, moving through tabletop, tucking your toes and sending your hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Connect to your breath here. Spreading your fingers on your mat as you draw your heels towards your mat. Distribute the weight evenly between your arms and your legs. Looking between your palms. Inhale, step your feet forward to the front of your mat, coming into a halfway lift, hands on your shins, opening your chest. Exhale, folding forward over your knees. Inhale, raise your arms. And exhale, release. Dropping your hands back down. Take a deep breath. We'll do another round of sun salutation A. It will be slightly more advanced. Preparing in mountain pose. Connect to your breath. Inhale, raise your arms, joining your palms above your head, looking towards your thumbs. Exhale, hinging from your hips as you fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back into plank pose. Bending your elbows, lowering your body. Inhale, opening your chest as you straighten your arms, upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Connect to your breath here as you send your sit bones towards the ceiling. Connecting to your breath. Looking between your palms. Inhale, stepping your feet forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, palms on your shins, lengthening your spine. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, raise your arms, joining your palms above your head, looking towards your thumbs. Exhale, release, dropping your hands back down. Take a deep breath. Preparing in mountain pose for sun salutation B. Connect to your breath. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along your mat, raising your arms. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back into plank pose. Bending your elbows, lowering your body. Inhale, straightening your arms, opening your chest, upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. On an inhale, step your right foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your right ankle and knee is in line. Your left leg is straight and engaged as you raise your arms, coming into warrior one. Reaching out through your fingertips. As you exhale, release your palms back down to your mat and step your right foot back to meet your left foot. Bending your elbows, lowering your body. Inhale, opening your chest, upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot between your palms. Your left ankle and knees in line. Your right leg is straight and engaged. As you raise your arms, coming into warrior one. Imagining your inner thighs are hugging together to give you balance. Exhale, release, framing your left foot with your hands, stepping your left foot back to meet your right foot. Bending your elbows, lowering your body. Inhale, opening your chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Connect to your breath here. Deeply inhaling. Controlling your exhales. Looking between your palms. Inhale, stepping your feet forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, palms on your shins, lengthening your spine. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along your mat, raising your arms. Exhale, release, making your way to a standing position. We'll now move into the standing asanas. So if you'd like to make your way to a wide-legged stance on your mat with both your feet facing forward, you can also move your mats or your cameras if it's easier to view me. Starting off with triangle pose, turning your right foot out 90 degrees, your left foot in 5 degrees, raising your arms to shoulder level. Inhale, leaning out your right hand side, and exhale, folding over that right knee, placing your hand on your knee, shin, or ankle as you raise your left arm towards the sky. Feeling the foundation of both your feet as you reach out through your left fingertips, connecting to your breath. Inhale, gently come up, turning your right heel in. Turning your left foot out 90 degrees, your right foot in 5 degrees, raising your arms to shoulder level. Inhale, leaning out your left hand side. Exhale, folding over your left knee, placing your hand on your knee, shin, or ankle as you raise your right arm towards the sky. You can look towards your right thumb, connecting to your breath here. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, gently come up, turning your left heel in. Side angle pose, turning your right foot out 90 degrees, your left foot in 5 degrees, bending into your right knee, so your ankle and knee is in line, placing your right forearm on top of your right knee as you raise your left arm over your head. Focus here on spiraling your chest towards the sky, connecting to your breath, feeling the foundation of both your feet. Inhale, gently come up, Turning your right heel in. Take a deep breath. Turning your left foot out 90 degrees. Your right foot in 5 degrees. Bending into your left knee, so your ankle and knee is in line. Placing your left forearm on top of your left knee. Inhale, raise your right arm over your head. As you spiral your chest towards the sky. Reaching out through those right fingertips. Connecting to your breath. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, gently come up, turning your left heel in. Warrior Two pose, transitioning into Peaceful Warrior. So turning your right foot out 90 degrees, your left foot in 5 degrees, bending into your right knee, so your ankle and knee is in line, raising your arms to shoulder level. Turn your head to focus your gaze over your right middle finger. Feeling the foundation of both your feet as you reach out through both sets of fingertips. Connecting to your breath. Keeping a bend into that front knee. Place your left hand on your back leg and raise your right arm towards the sky, coming into Peaceful Warrior. You'll probably feel a burn on your right quad. Connect to your breath. Inhale, gently come up, turning your right heel in. Turning your left foot out 90 degrees, your right foot in 5 degrees. Bending into your left knee, raising your arms to shoulder level. Turning your head to focus your gaze over your left middle finger. Connecting to your breath here. Feeling balanced and strong in your warrior. Keeping a bend into that front knee, drop your right hand to your back leg. Inhale, raise your left arm towards the sky, coming into Peaceful Warrior. Connecting to your breath here. Inhale, gently come up, turning your left heel in. Take a deep breath. And you can join your feet together on your mat. We'll move into tree pose, a balancing posture. So with this posture, entry is really important. So just take your time entering the posture. We'll start on the right side. So grounding down into that right leg, you can shift the weight into your right foot. And from here, you can turn your left hip out and rest your left heel above your right ankle. Or you can gently lift that left leg as high up your right leg as possible, placing that left foot against the inner side of your right thigh. It doesn't matter how high up the leg the foot is. You can have your hands together at heart center, or raise your arms over your head. Connecting to your breath here. Feeling that nice sense of balance. Exhale, release. Gently closing that left hip, extending your left leg. Shifting the weight, this time into your left leg. And you can turn your right foot out. There's the option to place your right heel above your left ankle, or you can lift that right foot, placing it as high up that left leg as possible, allowing that right hip to open out. You can place your hands together at heart center, or raise your arms over your head. Grounding down into that left leg and pressing your right foot against the inner side of your left leg. Connecting to your breath. Feeling that sense of balance throughout your body. Exhale, release, closing that right hip, extending your right leg, and make your way to the front of your mat. Moving into mountain pose. You can move your mats or your cameras to how they were at the start of class. I'll be cueing the rest of the positions from here. Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along your mat, raising your arms. Press your knees together as you reach out through your fingertips. Connect to your breath. Staying here for 3 long breaths. Focusing on your inhales and exhales. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back into plank pose. Bending your elbows, lowering your body. Inhale, opening your chest, upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Connect to your breath here. On an inhale, lift your right leg straight out behind you, coming into 3-legged dog. Bending into that right knee. Shift your weight forward into your hands as you draw your right knee towards your right elbow. It doesn't matter how close to your elbow your knee is. Just hold and connect to your breath. On an inhale, send that right leg straight back behind you, coming back into 3-legged dog. On an inhale, bending into that right knee as you place your right foot between your palms at the front of your mat. From here, keeping it bent into that right knee as we move into warrior 1. Keeping that left leg as straight as possible as you reach out through your arms. Connect to your breath here. And exhale, release, framing your right foot with your hands. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot. And lift your hips, downward facing dog. On an inhale, raise your left leg straight out behind you, coming into three-legged dog. Bending into that left knee, shift your weight forwards into your hands as you draw your left knee towards your left elbow. Connect to your breath here. As you inhale, send that left leg straight out behind you into three-legged dog. Bending into that left knee, placing that left foot between your palms at the front of your mat. And on an inhale, raise your arms, coming into warrior one. Keeping that right leg as straight as possible. Connecting to your breath. Exhale, release. Framing your left foot with your hands. And from here, make your way to tabletop. And from tabletop, moving into extended child's pose by shifting your knees out to the edge of your mat. Sitting your bum towards your heels. As you melt your chest and forehead towards your mat. Connect to your breath here. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. When you're ready, make your way to a seated position on your mat. From here, gently bend your knees, drawing your heels towards your sit bones. We're going to gently warm up our core. So extend your arms straight out ahead of you. And gently, as slowly as possible and with control, lower your spine towards your mat. You might feel your core go, that's fine, just keep holding and slowly lower towards your mat. And gently bring yourself back up. We'll now move into Navasana or boat pose. So bending your knees again, drawing your heels towards your sit bones. You can place your hands underneath your knee creases. And from here, gently lift your feet off your mat. You can straighten your arms and stay here. There's also the option to straighten your legs. Connect to your breath here. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. One last breath. And exhale, slowly release your feet. Cross your legs and place the palms of your hands beside your hips. Gently lift your hips for a nice counter stretch. We'll repeat Navasana one more time. So picking your version, you can have your hands underneath your knee creases, or you can straighten your arms and straighten your legs. In whichever version you're in, just connect to your breath. One last breath. And slowly release your feet towards your mat, crossing your legs. Place the palms of your hands beside your hips and lift your hips for a nice counter stretch. We'll now move into side plank pose. So starting on the left side, place your left hand flat on your mat. There's the option to rest your left knee on your mat and extend your right leg out to the side, and you can raise your right arm up towards the sky. This is particularly good if you have a sore shoulder. However, if your shoulder is okay, you can stack your feet and stay here, or you can raise that right arm towards the sky. In whichever version you're in, just connect to your breath. You might be shaking, that's completely normal. And exhale, release, slowly dropping your knee towards your mat. We'll repeat side plank on the other side. So this time, placing your right hand on your mat, you can rest your right knee on your mat and extend your left leg out to the side. You can stay here, or there's the option to stack your feet and raise that left arm towards the sky. Again, connecting to your breath here. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. And exhale, release with control, dropping that right knee. Take a deep breath, and when you're ready, make your way to a standing position on your mat. We're going to move into squat pose. So your feet are about hip distance apart. You can turn your feet both out slightly, about 5 degrees. Placing your hands together at heart center. Gently sit your bum back as you bend your knees and draw your bum towards your heels. You can stay here, or there's the option to use your elbows to push your knees apart. And if you're doing this, use your knees and push them back in towards your elbows. You should feel activation in your hips. Connect to your breath here. It's normal for one hip to feel slightly tighter than the other. Just breathe into any areas of tension. And on an inhale, pressing into your feet to gently come up. Now we'll move into crow pose. So this is a quite challenging posture, but there's loads of different versions. So firstly, you can come back into squat pose like this. And from here, Place the palms of your hands flat in front of you and just shift the weight into your hands. Just get used to feeling your hands take the weight of your body. Now, if you're a bit more confident, you can place the palms of your hands at the front of your mat. And from here, bending into your elbows, rest your knees just above your elbows. And from here, just lift one leg and lift the other leg. Just get used to being balanced in this posture. And if you're really confident, you can lift both your legs. In whichever version you're in, just focus on your balance. This posture is more about balance than strength. A really good drill to practice this posture is just to lift one leg and lift the other. Remembering to connect to your breath. Don't take the posture too seriously. It's just a bit of fun. And you can exhale, release. We'll now move into shoulder stand to finish today's class. So lying back onto your mats, there's the option here to hug your knees in towards your chest. And you can stay here for 10 breaths if you like, for a more restorative posture. However, if you'd like to try shoulder stand, you can roll back onto your shoulders and lift your feet towards the ceiling. Keeping your legs as straight as possible. Connecting to your breath. This is an excellent posture to finish class. As the blood rushes to your head, relaxing your mind. You can stay here in shoulder stand, or there's the option to come into Halasana. So to enter Halasana, keep your legs as straight as possible and hinge from your hips, dropping your feet in behind your head. If your feet are still in the air, keep your hands on your back, on your lower back for support, or your feet can touch the ground behind your head. If this is the case, you can tuck your shoulder blades under your body and interlock your fingers, pressing your hands away from your body. You can close your eyes here and draw inwards. Gently bend your knees, and from here, roll vertebrae by vertebrae, dropping your hips and feet down to your mat. And gently making your way into the closing Shavasana, drawing your feet out to the edge of your mat. Gently lie back. Drawing your arms away from your body. Your palms are facing upwards. Gently bring your eyes to close. As you settle on your mat, for the most important posture of your class this evening. This posture allows your mind and your body to absorb all the benefits of your efforts and practice this evening. Allow these benefits into your body by giving yourself permission to switch off for 10 more minutes. I will now guide you through the closing Shavasana. Relax your toes. Relax the soles of your feet. Relax your heels. Relax your calves, the backs of your knees. Relax your hamstrings. Relax your hips, feeding them. Open out like a book. Relax all 10 of your fingers. Soften the palms of your hands. Relax your wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms. Relax your shoulders. Locate the base of your spine. Relax each vertebrae as you work your way up your spine. Gradually relaxing your neck and the back of your head. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Feeling your tongue draw away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your lips. Feeling them slightly part. Relax your eyes, feeling them draw towards the back of your head. Relax your eyebrows. Relaxing the space between your eyebrows. Soften your forehead, the seat of your mind. Relax every single hair on the top of your head. Relax your entire body, feeling the support of the earth beneath you. Relax, relax, relax. We will now move into silence for the next few minutes. Use this time to connect to your breath. Naturally, your mind will begin to wander. Just become aware of your mind wandering and move back to your breath. Bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Moving your hands and feet. Gently move your head from side to side. Keeping your legs extended. Join your feet together on your mat and point your toes. As you inhale, raise your arms over your head. Exhale, release. Gently bend your knees and roll over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. Gently keeping your eyes closed, make your way to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. Drawing your hands together at heart center. Thanking yourself for arriving on your mat this evening. Taking a moment to count on your 10 fingertips, 10 people or things you are grateful that you have in your life. With that sense of gratitude, rub your hands together, creating heat, creating energy. Place the palms of your hands over your eyes. As you blink your eyes open to the darkness of your palms, draw your hands away from your eyes. Namaste. Thanks very much, guys.